If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. If you would like a slumbering seagull t-shirt, please click on the link below. Thank you. They arrived at Midnight Meadow, and they joined a whole herd of rhinos there. While they were there, Silas said it would probably be a good idea to train. "All right, Leroy," Silas said nervously. "Let's keep this friendly, okay? No summoning anything too bitey or clawed." Leroy grinned mischievously. "Don't worry, I've got just the thing. Prepare yourself for the attack of the Fuzzy Menace." With a dramatic wave of his hand, Leroy summoned a group of fluffy rabbits. They hopped around Silas, their noses twitching curiously. Silas couldn't help but laugh. Really? Bunnies? What are they gonna do? Cuddle me to submission? "Never underestimate the power of cute," Leroy declared. "Rabbits, assemble!" To Silas's surprise, the rabbits began to coordinate, forming a hopping circle around him. As he tried to step out, they blocked his path, their furry bodies creating a surprisingly effective barrier. Thinking quickly, Silas gently manipulated the grass beneath the rabbit's feet, causing it to grow rapidly and tangle around their paws. The bunnies hopped in place, momentarily confused by the grassy predicament. "Nice move," Leroy complimented. "But my furry friends aren't done yet." The rabbits, adapting quickly, began to nibble through the grass, entangling them. Silas realized he needed another strategy. Okay, Silas chuckled. "I see your point. But two can play at this game." Focusing his powers, Silas reached out to the rare plants surrounding them. Suddenly, a patch of lush carrots sprouted from the ground near the rabbits. The bunnies' noses twitched in unison, their attention immediately diverted. "Hey, no fair," Leroy protested, trying not to laugh as his fearsome rabbit army abandoned their posts for the tempting vegetables. Seizing the moment, Silas charged towards Leroy, intending to tag him. However, in his excitement, Silas lost his footing on the uneven ground and tumbled forward, twisting his ankle with a painful yelp. Leroy's playful expression instantly turned into concern. He rushed over to Silas, kneeling beside him. "Silas, are you okay?" Silas grimaced, clutching his ankle. I don't think so. It really hurts." Leroy gently examined Silas's ankle, his brow furrowed. "It looks like you've twisted it pretty badly." Uma, who had been watching nearby, quickly approached. She looked up towards the starry sky for a brief moment, then knelt beside Silas. "Let me see," she said softly. Carefully, Uma placed her hand on Silas's injured ankle. To the boy's amazement, her hand began to emit a soft, warm glow. The light seemed to seep into Silas's skin, and within moments, the pain in his ankle vanished completely. Silas's eyes widened in disbelief as he tentatively moved his foot. It's completely healed. How did you do that?" Leroy stared at Uma awestruck. That's incredible. Uma smiled, her eyes twinkling with excitement. It seems my healing abilities are still intact. This is wonderful news. Not only can I guide you boys, but I can also help keep you safe on your journey. Thank you, Lord, she said as she closed her eyes for a moment. The boys exchanged amazed glances, realizing that their adventure had just taken another extraordinary turn. As they stood up, surrounded by the gently glowing flora of Midnight Meadow and a few curious rabbits still munching on carrots, they felt a renewed sense of wonder and possibility. The next day, they woke up and made their way into a thick forest. Leroy and Silas exchanged puzzled glances as they approached the well. They had expected something grander, perhaps adorned with ancient carvings or surrounded by mystical symbols. Instead, the well appeared plain and unassuming, its stone structure weathered by time. Is this it? Leroy asked, scratching his head. I thought it would be more impressive. Silas nodded in agreement. Yeah, it looks like an ordinary well. Uma smiled gently. Don't be so quick to disregard the significance of this place. They took a moment to examine the well. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the surrounding trees. Before they could react, a group of pirates burst into the clearing, weapons drawn and eyes gleaming with malice. Well, well, what do we have here? The pirate leader sneered. His scarred face twisted into a cruel grin. Looks like we found ourselves some treasure hunters. Leroy and Silas quickly drew their weapons, ready to defend themselves. Their armor formed onto them. Uma stepped forward, her heavenly light shimmering around her. We mean you no harm. Let us pass, the pirate leader shouted. Leave now, Uma said with a determined look. The pirates charged, and the clearing filled with the clash of steel and the shouts of combat. Leroy and Silas fought together better than ever, their skills honed by prior battles and training. Uma used her healing powers to keep them strong. Her presence was a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. Despite their efforts, the pirates' numbers began to overwhelm them. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, Uma's eyes glowed with a divine light. She raised her hands and a wave of energy surged forth, pushing the pirates back and giving her companions a moment to regroup. Stay strong, Uma called out. We can do this together.